Good morning. Morning, Erin. Good morning, Jill. Can you hear me okay, Erin? Am I good? Okay, perfect. Good morning. How is everybody doing? Good morning. Happy June. Happy Monday. I can't believe it's already June. That's crazy. It's like already halfway through the year. So insane. Hi, Alexandra. Oh my gosh. Hi, Jenna. Okay, is Monday like the new day to do the calls? I feel like there are so many people on today. Hello. Okay, we'll wait just a couple seconds. Good morning. See if anybody else is gonna make it today. And then we'll get started. So, I'm so excited because I have a new course coming out in July. And you've probably heard me mentioning, stuff about this on Instagram. I feel like I've done everything backwards as far as creating courses go. Like, I didn't start with a beginner course. I started with a mixing course, and then I went to like a belting course, and now I'm going full circle. Now we're going back to a beginner basics course, but it's not like gonna be like a boring beginner's basics. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so much fun. And it's a live experience. All of you are obviously, since you're inside Elevate, you get it for free, which is awesome. So that'll be coming out in July. Hi, Taylor. Good morning. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, so I was just saying, new course coming in July. So excited. It's called Love Your Voice. It is a back to the basics beginner course. Good morning, Dimphy. Hello. But it's going to be great. It's not going to be boring basics. It's going to be fun. And yeah, I'm just so excited. You'll hear more about that. Okay, couple of reminders. Actually, let's just start with, it's June. Where are you in the course? What are you working towards this month? I want to know. So put it in the chat. I want to know what your goals are, what you're recommitting to, whether you've been in the program for 1 month, 3 months, 5 months. This is your time right now to recommit, because it's not too late, to recommit to your goals, to what you want to work on, and to just take messy action. I feel like a lot of the times we overthink about, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to start, I don't remember what my goals are. Go back to your why. Go back to your why. Why did you invest in yourself? Why did you sign up for this program? What are you recommitting to this month? Put it in the chat so we can all cheer you on. What are the steps that you're gonna take to get to where you wanna go? Baby steps. Working on mix and belt. Yes, this month I'm writing a song for a big event. That's so awesome, Dimphy. So cool. I wanna hear more about that for sure. Jill, I just joined. I've not really gotten started. Cool. I want to improve in all areas. 2 cover bands, but with summertime setting in, our rehearsals are limited. I need to work on mix and belt. You are in the perfect place to do that. I got you. You're in a great spot. I'm so excited. Yeah, so what are you recommitting to? What are you gonna work towards this month? Who are you gonna be? Who are you gonna show up as? Y'all are both in the Netherlands. That's so cool. I said Neverland, like Neverland. I've gone through the exercise videos for Mixing Made Easy a couple of times. Cool. My intention today is to go through the rest of the videos. Amazing. Yes. Place of trust with easy and soulful expression. Yes. Love that. Yeah. Yeah. So I love that. If you're typing, keep on typing. I want to know what you're going to work towards this month. Couple of reminders. If you want to get coaching on something today, or if you have a question, if you want to work through something, just put me in the chat box instead of writing out what you want to work on, because, and that's on me. I'm like, just put it in the chat. It's too long. I'm just going to unmute you so we can just chat about it. So just put me if you have a question, if you want to work on a song, if you have something that you would like coaching on, just put me, and then we'll go through and unmute people. Going forward, if you want to work on a part of a song, you are going to need to sing that part. I feel like there have been a couple times where and this is just so that I can help you the best way that I can. I feel like if you come in and you're like, I need help on singing this song, and I can't hear you. I don't know what the struggles are. I don't know what's working and what's not working. So this is your chance. You're going all in, all in. If you want to work on a song, gotta sing a little part of it so that I can hear what's going on with your voice. And just a reminder that the giveaway is happening this month. I think I'm gonna choose somebody, what did I say? I think on the 28th or 29th. So giveaway is happening later this month. I'm doing a big giveaway for the person who shows up the most inside the Telegram group chat. So you're in there asking questions. You're in there sharing what you're working on. You are, in there putting your celebrations in, encouraging one another. Whoever shows up the most this month is going to get a little gift package from me. It includes a vocal trainer, which is super cool. It's like a tool that helps you sing better. It's super cool. It includes some tea. It includes a really cute tote bag. So yeah. Oh, and a week of private coaching. That's like the biggest thing. A week of private coaching with me on Telegram. So yeah, that's pretty big. So yeah, show up in the group chat. Again, it's just another way for you to go all in. Go all in for yourself. Go all in and get the most out of this program. Okay. I'm going to read through these again. If you have something you want to work on, put me in the chat box. This is office hours. This is basically your time to ask questions, get clarity on something, get coaching on a song, ask for specific exercises for something. This is your time. So I will wait for those to come in. Taylor, my first month I finished felt better and really loved the refresh reminders. Yes, I'm diving into Mixing Made Easy and focusing on utilizing those tools to find even more ease. Awesome. Amazing. I tend to pull my belt up. Yes. And am challenging myself to get a place. Yeah. Cool. Amazing. And audition time. I'm so excited for you. So excited. When is it, Taylor? When's the big audition?
First round is tomorrow.
Okay.
But it's a preliminary round with like the casting and artistic director, and then the actual team comes in the following week. So it's like sing one song, go in, introduce myself to the casting director. I know everybody else on the team, so I feel like pretty certain I'll make it through the first round. Yes. No, I feel very certain I'll make it through the first round. But
you're going to make it. You're going to be great.
And it's a really, really big week after that. So tomorrow's a fun little warm up to remind myself what it's like to be in that room. And
yay! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
12:30 in Seattle tomorrow. If anyone wants to send nice thoughts, I would take them.
Yes, we'll send all the good thoughts, prayers, vibes your way. Amazing. Jill has a question for Taylor. Go for it. Unmute yourself, babe.
Taylor.
Really quick, hang on. Let me mute everybody, and then okay, so let's put on our audio settings, and then Jill, I got you. We can go back to you. Audio settings so that we don't echo and make weird noises. At the bottom of your screen on the left side, there's a mute button, and then right next to it, there's a little arrow. So click on that arrow. If you're on a phone, you won't have these settings, but if you're on a desktop, you will. So right above is an audio settings button. You can click that. And then a little box will pop up Is everyone with me? Okay. So under microphone, it says input level, input volume, and then automatically adjust microphone volume. Unclick that. If that's clicked, just go ahead and unclick that. And then under audio profile, you should click original sound for musicians. And then underneath that, high fidelity music mode and echo cancellation. Those should be clicked. Amazing. Cool. I know, there's all like the techie stuff that we have to deal with. Okay, and then back on the page, you should see original sound for musicians on the top left corner. Just make sure that that says on. So if it's off, just click it. Okay, and then we should be good. Okay, let me go ahead and unmute Jill. I'll unmute Taylor. Taylor, are you up for a question?
Okay. Sure.
Yes. No.
Oh.
It's still me.
It's still echoing a little bit. Jill, do you want to just put your question in the chat box for Taylor? And that might be easier. Okay. Perfect. Cool. Hi, Catherine. Welcome. I've gotten through the program and just continuing to work on confidence in singing in front of people. Yep. I'm planning on to actually start the course again from the beginning. Dang, nice. And just run through it all again to gain more confidence in my voice. Cool. I don't have any solos for our choir. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. I'm so glad that you feel stronger just with like going through the warm-ups. Yeah, that's awesome. Jill says, what audition are you going for? What musical are you auditioning for?
I guess I can just talk. I don't have to type. I was like writing it out. That was right. We can do this. Okay, you can't tell anyone because, you know, it's a secret, but I'll tell everybody here. I feel like
what stays and elevate. Yes.
If you're in the Seattle theater community, don't talk about it. I am auditioning for the role of Jenna in a regional production of Waitress. That I actually just found out isn't just in Seattle, but it's also going to TETS, to Theater Under the Stars in Houston after the fact. So it's like a co-production for both of those. So
you're going to be so close to me, Taylor.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that would be crazy.
I'm in Dallas.
Okay, well.
I know. May have to make it up to Houston to see you.
That would be amazing. Yeah, fingers crossed. So this was my full-time gig before having children in the last 4 years, and I'm just getting back into it. So tomorrow is a vulnerable day.
It's going to be great. You're going to be so great. It's going to go awesome. I saw something the other day on Instagram, and it was from like another audition coach, and it was talking about auditions, and auditions can just be intimidating, right? Like we can get in our head. And she said, what did she say? She was like, go into your audition as if it's like the last round of callbacks, as if you already know that they like you. You've already shown them, like, they already know what you're capable of. They already know how talented you are. And it just kind of like, I don't know, if you can just kind of get in that space of like, it's not a big deal. It's like no pressure. It's a little bit easier. A little bit. Auditions are very vulnerable, and you have to be this is why not everyone does this, right? Not everyone is brave enough and vulnerable enough to get in front of people and just sing. And yeah. You know, there's a TV version streaming right now. What? Is there really? Of Waitress?
Yes. It's the full production. And if you don't know, the guy who plays her really abusive husband in the show is her real life love. Which is so cute.
I'm going to have to watch. Wait, where is it on? What streaming platform is it on?
You have to like rent it or buy it.
Okay.
Like, but it's different places. I had to stop watching it because I was like, no, I can't just do what she does. But it's really good.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to go and like you have the role. Yes. Yeah. Like, how would you act? How would you go into your audition if you already knew it was yours? You know, it's like that kind of confidence. Okay. Who else? Who has a question? Who's working on something? Yes, Dimpy. Yeah, I'll unmute you. Oh, it says ask. Oh,
I
there we
think
go.
it's working, right? Yeah.
Hi, babe. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I actually just came out of a meeting, and me and my boyfriend actually together have gotten one of our, I think, the biggest assignment yet, to open a world championship of of something in robotics, which
What?
is crazy.
Congratulations.
So thank you. So actually, it's really funny because my boyfriend, he is an engineer, but also a musician. And one of his final, when he graduated, he made um, like a light harp, with which he could, um, how do you call it? He could like do like he coupled it to a Tesla coil, and a Tesla coil is like a huge thing that is shooting lightning. And
Okay.
with this thing, he could like influence the tones of the lightning. So he literally had this thing where he was like playing lightning, literally. And that's
It's like
actually
so
how,
advanced. This is like way
yeah,
over my head. Okay. So cool.
yeah, also way over my head. But it's actually how we met 10 years ago, because I was doing an event, and then he was there, and they were like, yeah, can he play a song with you? Because I was doing like Daft Punk and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, well, he can like do some improvisation with his lightning, on your songs. And I was like, yeah, sure. And that's how we met. Um, so it's really funny because now that event is coming to the Netherlands again, and they asked us again, but this time I get to write like an anthem for the whole. It's 5 days of like competition, and then I'm writing the anthem for that.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
and then my boyfriend is making like a custom show with like the lightning and things.
This
So
sounds really intense and so cool.
yeah,
Like you're writing an anthem for something. Okay.
yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah. So that's, I think it will be, I will be focused on that a lot for the coming month.
I love
Because
it.
we only have like 5 or 6 weeks or so until the event. So it's like very last minute, we have to go full in. But it's gonna be fun. So I'm looking forward to that. So with that about that, I had another question because, I've been working a lot on how to get back into making music, and of course these kind of things are like amazing steps because then you're kind of back when you're doing that kind of thing, so that's really crazy and
Yes.
amazing. But I was also looking at, because I wrote a lot of songs in my life and I never really put them out because of how things were. And sometimes now I'm like looking back at some of the songs that I wrote, and I really want to, I don't really know what to do with them. And that was a question that I want to ask because, like, for example, there's one song that I wrote, and it's really about, being perseverance and stuff like that when you're going through a hard time. And I wrote it when I was very ill myself, but I knew that I was going to get better. So I wrote it about that. And then when I had one friend of mine who was also going through like very scary surgery to save her life, and then I recorded it for her. And she was like, I listened to it every day and it got me through. And so then I really was like, maybe I should record it also for more people to hear. But I have a lot of difficulty connecting to the song because, it's just from this period of time that I'm kind of moving on from. And, I feel like when I want to sing that song again, then it's a little bit hard to do it because you have to kind of get back into that energy, and it feels like something that is kind of past, but then it's also kind of a shame that I cannot share it with more people. So, that was kind of the thing that I wanted to bring to you. Like, how would you go about, being able to, make it kind of fresh again, or is it better to just, kind of find another singer for it, or like, how would you go about this?
Okay. Where are you as far, like, is the song done or is there still stuff to be done with it?
I mean, it's done in the sense of like the arrangement and everything is done. It's just not
Okay.
recorded in a way that it's like, perfect. I just really home recorded it with with my boyfriend playing the piano, and I mean he's amazing, and we have a good setup, and so it doesn't sound awful, but it's not like I wouldn't put it on Spotify like this.
Yeah, I totally understand because it's like, yeah, one, how do I reconnect to that when I'm not in that place necessarily anymore and I don't want to go back to that place, like emotionally, energetically, you're trying to like move on from that. I mean, I feel like you have options. I feel like one, you can put it out exactly as it is and just say it's good enough, it's going out. I don't want to go back and kind of just get into it again, because I know that that's like an emotional journey. Or you can maybe just have some boundaries around like how much time am I going to spend going back to this song. Maybe give yourself like, I'm going to work on this for a week, and then whatever comes out of it, it's going out, just so that you can kind of protect your energy and your mental health, emotions. Because songwriting is so emotional and we put our all in it. I know you do, Dimphy. So yeah, I don't want you to like get into a place or feel trapped of like, oh, like I don't want to go back to these emotions and get stuck back in this place. So I feel like maybe just setting boundaries, like I work on this from this day to this day. I have this many times to re-record it, and then I'm putting it aside. I'm gonna let it go, and whatever comes out of it, comes out of it. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about like, what feels better to you? Letting it go now and just being done with it? Does that feel like, I would feel relieved if I just didn't have to deal with it anymore? Or is it like, there's a little bit more to do and I just don't want to get stuck kind of back in that like emotional state? Maybe set some boundaries around it. What feels better to you? Like what's your gut say?
I think the second one, because I'm one of those people that I am a perfectionist for sure. And I also know when to let go of that. But I also know like I won't be feeling fulfilled if I feel like, yeah, but now I haven't given it all, Like, so yeah, so I think the second one is like, yeah, I was thinking like, is there a way to make it not so much about me when I sing it, like, is there a way to get into it without, going back to my relation to it, like, yeah.
What other perspectives could you come at the song with? Could you come at it from not your perspective, but maybe somebody else's, so that it doesn't feel as personal, as intense for you?
Well, I'm just thinking like the whole lyrics, and this is also how I always try to write in a way that there's many people who can recognize themselves in a song, because if I'm just gonna be very specific about my situation, it's gonna be like, So, the song I think would really work also when you look at it from more like a relationship standpoint, like that you're in a relationship that you want to get out of and have something like, okay, when I get out of this, I will be so much better off,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you can play around with it. And I think there could be many avenues to, reworking the song, getting back into and finishing it, making it something that you do feel good about going out into the world. But yeah, there's not one way to finish it. You don't have to finish it from the perspective that you were, writing it from in the beginning. You can make it work, and I feel like not put yourself back in that emotional place. Yeah. But play around with it. I'll keep thinking of it too.
Can I challenge myself and try it out?
Can you what?
Can I challenge myself and try it out?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, totally.
for like a minute or so. Like I'm not gonna sing the whole song.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
if it works, I'm on my phone, so I have just enabled like original sound. I hope that that works.
I can hear you perfectly. Yes, go for it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna try going at it from the point of like I am in a relationship and I want to get out of it. And I know that I'm gonna be fine after I get out of it. Okay. Staring at the ink black clouds taking over my mind. I can't reach beyond the stars, they are so hard to find. Searching loud for some place safe, I can find your arms tonight. To tell me it will be okay, tell me it will all be alright. And then I will be wiser, then I will be stronger. Then I will be wiser and braver and stronger when this is all over.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it for all of us. This song needs to be out. This song needs to be out in the world. Like, I want to hear more. I want to hear more already. How did that feel singing from that place?
I think it feels much better for me
Good.
because
Yeah.
it doesn't feel so heavy, but it still has like an emotional push to it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's really important, and I think it's super wise of you to go, okay, I know myself. I don't want to get trapped in an emotional place. I think it's totally okay. And me and Taylor were just talking about this the other day about her song that she's working on, is like taking things out of the original context. So like, yes, you wrote this song and there was context, right? Really specific things that you were going through. And it's not a rule that you have to always keep to that context. You know, you can take it out and you can switch the perspective. I thought that was so beautiful. Like, holy moly. Yes, like your voice, Catherine said, Dimphy, you have such a beautiful, warm tone to your voice. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, it's so stunning. And the song, I can feel the emotions just from you singing that 30-second cut of it. So if the emotion, if the perspective of like being in a relationship, if that provokes emotion for you, like do that. Go for it. I'd rather you keep yourself well mentally, emotionally, and yeah, not like go into that place that's kind of dark and not fun to be in. Yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thank
sharing
you so
that.
much. And also thank you so much for everybody in the chat. That's so sweet of you all. I was like so nervous to share.
You're amazing. You're amazing. Way to go all in. Way to be brave and sing for the whole group. So cool. I'm super excited to hear about the anthem, about your song, about all of it. So keep us updated.
Yes, I will. Thank you so much.
Of course, of course. Okay, who else? Who's got a question? What you working on? Oh. Yeah, it's a beautiful song, Dimphy. Yeah, go for it, Taylor.
I don't want to take up too much space, but I do have a question.
You're totally fine. Yeah.
So, I'm singing "She Used to Be Mine" tomorrow, and I love a chair in an audition. Like I love a sitting down. So I'm starting the song sitting, and I'm finding the combination of I'm sitting. It feels like an incredibly internalized moment at the top of the song for me. I'm finding a little bit of a hard time finding volume with my intention and with the fact that I'm sitting down and that I'm sitting down in like a defeated way intentionally. So I'm curious if you just have any tips on finding the volume in that moment while I'm It's also
Yeah.
very early here and I've like warmed up sort of. So,
Yeah.
but like I would happily sing it. But just yeah, curious about mostly finding the emotion or not finding the emotion, finding the volume while I'm sitting.
Finding the volume. Yeah. Um, does it need to be, do you want the volume at the beginning, or is it like way too quiet that it's like they won't be able to hear me?
Knowing the room I'm sitting in, I think I will like make the volume choice if I'm mic'd in the play. I'm not concerned about that. It really is just the logistics of the audition space and
Hmm.
a music director that I know is going to be like,
Huh? Yeah.
can you sing those notes? Is that why you're being quiet, Taylor? So I just want to make sure that I am, I'm avoiding any of those things.
Yeah, totally. Well, and the beginning of that song is quite low, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So low notes plus sitting down and not feeling like you have your whole body. I would just make sure that one, you're definitely connected to your speaking voice.
Okay.
And maybe that's even like before you go in, just speak the lyrics on pitch, speak those notes, make sure that the chords are coming together, you've got enough compression.
Mm-hmm.
And then we know that more air is more volume, right? If we're pushing more air, it's going to create more volume. Yeah, and with sitting, is there a way that you can like sit, and I know like she's defeated in this moment, is there a way to do that and still feel some sort of like breath support? Some sort of like, I'm engaged.
I'm also a short queen and I'm not certain my feet will even fully touch the ground. I'm just like, I don't know. There's so many variables to will I feel grounded at all.
Yeah.
Like swinging my toes. So probably, yes. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. You can plan as much as you can outside of the audition, right? And then you get in there and there's no chair, or there's a chair and it's way too tall, or yeah, your feet are dangling and you're like, oh crap.
I have friends going in before me that are going to send me information.
Okay. Perfect.
Which side of the room is the reader on? Where's my chair? I'm going to know those things 5 minutes before I go in.
Okay, good. Yeah. I would just say, like, since you don't know exactly what it's going to feel like, exactly what it's going to be, and this isn't really like a technical note, more just like a mental note to take a beat and don't feel like, I feel like in the audition room we're like, go, get it done. And they want to get me out of here and see the next person. You know these people, right? So like sit down, take a breath, and just kind of like either feel your feet on the floor, or if you can't feel your feet on the floor, then that's your chance, like, okay, I need to scoot a little bit further in my chair, or maybe I am not gonna sit for this, and you just kind of have to go from that. But like, take a beat and kind of feel into, what do I wanna do in this moment? Like, what feels the best? Do you wanna sing just a little part of the first little bit of it so I can just hear volume-wise?
Sure. Oh, my son really wants in the room. He's very sad. Just you might hear my husband's with him and being very tender. So there's no emergencies.
Okay.
Okay. Let me find this. I'm gonna do it with my track that they sent me. Okay. It's not simple to say that most days I don't recognize me, that these shoes and this apron, that place and its patrons have taken more than I gave them. It's not easy to know I'm not anything like I used to be, although it's true I was never attention's sweet center. I still remember that girl. She's imperfect, but I'm not warm enough for this. I'm so sorry. It's like 8 a.m.
Totally fine. You're totally fine. Okay, yeah. So I'm seeing the emotion, and I totally understand. Like, I want it to be here. I don't want it to be all the way up here. It doesn't make sense for the song. Here's what I would say. Like, I would go in stronger with the emotion, with the acting, and
Sure.
and don't worry about the volume.
Okay.
They've heard you sing before. They know that you can be loud.
A million times. Yes. I've worked with all of these people many times.
And you're so, like, the voice is, your voice is
It's
so
very sleepy this morning, so.
Girl, it's amazing, and the emotion is so clear.
Okay.
And I wouldn't want to like take away from that and be like, just go a little loud, like push a little bit more volume, and I don't want to take away from that. So
And the song builds, they'll hear it, it'll be fine.
They'll hear it.
Great.
And if they have a question on like, hey, can you sing those notes? Be like, yeah, I'll sing them right now. I'll do it again.
I'll stand closer to you.
Yes, but I honestly don't worry about the volume, especially at the beginning. Yeah. The emotion's lovely though. It's gonna, I'm so excited for you. It's gonna go so well. I just know. Yes. Jill, later today I need to work on some new cover songs for my band. Amongst others, If I Ever Lose This Heaven, the cover version of, oh, I don't know that one. Here, let me unmute you and see if I can hear you. Hi.
Hey, there's no echo.
Let me see. Is your echo cancellation off, Jill? On audio settings?
Now it's off.
Okay, that's better. Oh, now I'm still echoing. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna mute you. I don't know what's happening. So yeah, sometimes if, are you on a desktop, like a computer? Or iPad or phone? You can put it in the chat. I see 2 Jills. I do see 2 Jills. Maybe there's 2. I don't know. Oh, maybe there is another dial-in. Oh. Is the Jill that is not the one that I can see, are you here, or is that just another you? Now I'm tripping out. I wonder if I can just remove them. I don't want to remove like an actual person though. But I don't think it's, if it's her phone, that could be it. Okay, I'm sorry if you're a person and I'm removing you, but just jump back in. Let me see if this works. Yeah, because I think that's.
Yeah.
Is that better? I can still hear myself a little echo. Can y'all hear that? Uh-oh. She's gone. Oh no. I hope I didn't just kick her out. That happens with work calls. If someone dials in, and is using the Zoom audio as well. Okay, I don't know. But you know what? That's okay. She can jump back in if she wants to. She needs to, okay, she can maybe use, oh, that's a good idea, Dimphy. Headphones. Okay, we'll see if she comes back in. In the meantime, we'll keep going. In the meantime. Okay, we've got about 20 more minutes. Does anybody have any other questions? Anything that they are wanting help with, clarity on? Anything you're going through that you have a question about, anything you're working on inside Elevate? I'm curious. Oh, I'll ask. Yeah, Catherine, go for it. Here, unmute yourself and we can chat.
Hello, can you hear me?
Perfectly, yes.
So I don't really have a specific question about any of the material, but just you've said anything you're going through. I have been going through some stuff. My dad died a few weeks ago, and I'm going through a breakup, like a post-divorce breakup kind of long, complicated whole deal, but there's just been a lot. And I also, and I'm guessing not alone here, I have like pretty raging ADHD that is variable in how kind of severe the symptoms are. And, it's just been kind of like pretty crazy lately. But I've found that I get overwhelmed really easily. And I've found that I've really just kind of been neglecting the material, and like I want to catch up with the chat more, but it's occurring to me, and this is the kind of thing that I tend to like miss or like be confused about with the whole ADHD thing, is that like where I need to start is actually like working through the materials and getting through like focusing and making an organized effort with the courses and the videos, and kind of being focused about that. I mean, last time I chatted with you, I'm kind of working on my lower register stuff and trying to get that more consistent. That's still a challenge. I had a gig on Thursday night and my low register wasn't really there for me, but also I haven't really been consistent in like using the exercises and practicing and warming up and actually trying to train that part of me. But then the neglecting the Telegram stuff is more kind of at the forefront. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's not why we're here. I mean, it's good and important, and I want to engage there, but like I need to be kind of remembering why I'm here and focusing on that. So, that's not really a question. It's just kind of an acknowledgement of like where things have been for me, and kind of like a verbal intention to just kind of like zoom out a little bit and then pick a thing to focus on so that I can actually like benefit from all of the wonderful material that you are offering. So I kind of just need to sort of refocus there.
Catherine, I just want to say I'm so sorry that you are going through such a hard time. I cannot imagine what you're feeling right now. I'm so sorry about your dad. I'm so sorry about your breakup. And you're even here. You're here and you're going through all of this. So I applaud you for just showing up, and give yourself so much grace. So much grace. And know, priorities. Number one priority is taking care of yourself, right? Taking care of you. Elevate, I feel like, is way down on the list, and Telegram should be at the very bottom of the list. Like, do not feel pressured to show up. And this goes for everybody. The Telegram group chat is a lot. And it's a bonus, right? You don't have to be in there. It's great if you are. But don't, Catherine, please do not feel pressure to show up in the group chat, especially if it's just feeling like a burden and you feel like I feel like I'm drowning and the Telegram group chat is the last thing that I need to worry about. Take it off your plate. Please take it off your plate. And know that the courses are going to be there, and take your time with them. Just give yourself lots of grace. And please don't worry about the Telegram group chat. I feel like the Telegram group chat, and I was thinking about this the other day, because there is so much content inside Elevate. Like, when you are inside Elevate, there's a lot of stuff to go through. And when you're focusing on going through the stuff, the courses, you're like, I don't have time to be on a group chat and like, talking to these other, like, I don't have time to do that. So that's a bonus. Telegram group chat is a bonus. Please don't feel any pressure. Everybody, please do not feel pressure to show up in there if it is not a good time, if it's not the season, if you're not needing that. But yeah, thank you so much for sharing, Catherine. And yeah, that just helps me just kind of know where you are. And please don't feel any pressure. Take the pressure off and take care of you. Do what feels, like, do what you can do. Do what you could do.
Yeah, I think if I'm not like really conscious and intentional about it, I do tend to kind of have this sort of all or nothing. Like if I'm not taking advantage of everything, then I'm like, I'm totally out, and I'll plug in and do it all at this time or tomorrow or whatever. And then I end up just kind of like deferring everything. But I would ask you if, and I think you've probably spoken to this somewhere, and I'm sorry to, have you reiterate, but like, if you like, even in Elevate itself, do you suggest that people just kind of pick one of the courses at a time and really kind of like dive in there? Or, and like, I even have like, I've gone through most of the mixing made easy, well, maybe not most, I don't know, half at least. And then I've done some, like I went and kind of cherry picked some of the ones from, I think, Singwell that have the lower register videos. I kind of like, do you recommend just kind of picking out a few favorite exercises and doing them every day, or going through all of them and trying to kind of keep them all in your repertoire? Like, how do you sort of suggest approaching all of that?
That is such a great question. And I'm going to say, well, here's what I would do. If it were me, I feel like I would want to go through like one thing at a time. Even if it takes like a little bit longer, like a couple of months out of the program to do one thing fully, I feel like I would personally rather do that. But I know that not everyone is like me and not everyone works like me. So I feel like if you're somebody who's like, okay, I did a couple courses in Mixing Made Easy, I'm gonna do a couple in Belt Bet, like I'm gonna do some exercises in Singwell. There is no right or wrong. I would just say, I think one thing that might be helpful for you is like, and you may already be doing this, but keeping a like journal or a notebook of like what you've done. That way you can kind of see, it may not feel like you've done a whole lot, because you're like, I did a couple there and a couple there, but you probably have done way more than you think. So I think keeping some sort of like tracker, like some sort of progress sheet of, yeah, I did the first 2 lessons in Mixing Made Easy, maybe a couple notes on that, something that stuck out, a takeaway. And then I did, I'm loving these exercises in Singwell, done those for the past couple of days. I think it's totally fine. Again, like I don't want to say either way, because I feel like people work differently, and some people are going to want to do an entire course and just finish it outright and feel like, okay, I've accomplished that, like I've done that. And then I feel like other people are going to be like, I want to cherry pick. I want to taste a little bit of everything, and then decide from there, like, okay, what do I want to go back to? Like, what feels fun? Because you may not be, like, somebody who's joining this course may not be interested in belting at all. So they may not want Belt Better. That might be a course that they're like, I'm not, I don't know. I'm already a belter. I don't need that. So they may focus more on, the mindset and the confidence part of it, or some Singwell exercises. I would say do what feels good and fun to you. I think follow what excites you. If Belt Better is not like exciting, you're like, I don't feel anything towards that. Do what does feel exciting. Pick something that does like feel joyful. Follow the joy. Follow the joy. That's my and yeah, maybe keep a progress sheet. Does anyone else do that? I feel like for me, I feel like sometimes I can be somebody who like doesn't finish stuff and I just go around. So something for me that kind of makes my brain feel like I'm actually doing a lot. is just keeping some sort of progress of what I'm doing, some sort of tracking of what I'm doing. I don't know if do you do anything like that, Catherine?
I sort of have thought about it because I did notice that one of the things that I was feeling kind of like frustrated about was like I would go through and listen to, like I'd go for a walk and I would have your video in my ear and kind of like doing the vocalization, like the exercises as I go, and I'll be thinking like, yeah, that's that's a really good one for me, or this is one that I would really do well to focus on, but then I don't remember what it is. And I'll like remember that I had that experience, and then it'll just be like, oh God, I got to go back and see what that was, or listen to those again so that I remember them. And I had the thought that like I should really just be tracking this, but then my overwhelm like kicks in. It's like not only do I need to watch the videos, but I need to take notes, and like I have to do it all the right way. And so it's kind of a catch-22. Like I want to, engage and benefit. And I just need to really be careful not to let that mindset of like, I either have to do it perfectly or I'm not going to do it at all, take over when I'm also just like taking some reasonable measures to like get the benefit, right? Like keeping track of what I'm doing, or I need to like jot down a few notes on even just this one exercise that I really feel like I would benefit from if I did it consistently. So I'm going to do this so I don't forget what it is, rather than like kicking off that like perfectionist, like all or nothing sort of mindset around it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and this kind of goes back to, I feel like what I say a lot is like messy action is better than messy action's great. Messy action is what creates the clarity. And Catherine, again, like I'm like, make a progress sheet. Throw out anything that I say that is like, that feels overwhelming. Whoa, no. That actually feels worse than what I was saying before. I am not the official on anybody. Throw out the progress. If like, I feel like things work for different people. If you're just like, I just am gonna listen to this on my walk and let it sink in, and that's it for the day, that's great. That's awesome. Don't feel any pressure to like, I'm type A, so I'm like, this is what I did today, dear diary. Like that is me. That does not have to be you. So do what works for you. If you're like, I'm gonna listen in the car, I'm gonna listen in the grocery, on the way to the store, that's awesome. Take in bite-sized lessons where you can, and let that be enough. Let it be enough. Because it is. And it's sinking in. Your subconscious is getting all of it, even if you're not writing it down, and even if you're not sharing and telling. Who cares? Who cares? Do what feels doable for you. Do what feels doable. Another thing I was going to say is, has anyone done the Elevate, oh God, what is it called? The goal setting guide? I'm like, I can't even remember what I made.
I remember you saying something about it, like I got the notification in Telegram and I was like, oh, I should look at that, and I didn't.
That's okay. That's okay.
Like I remember thinking, like, yes, I need like some direction, some focus here.
If that feels good to you, do it. Yeah, so it's like a workbook, and it basically is just going to help you kind of get clear on first how you want to feel, because how we want to feel is the most important, right? That's why we do anything. That's why you join this program, because you wanted to feel something. So it starts with like creating feel good goals, and goals that are like achievable. So it's not like I'm gonna, have a signed record deal by the end of this program. I mean, maybe that's your goal and that's awesome for you, but it's like breaking down the goals so that it feels like achievable, and like, oh yeah, I can do that. Oh, find 3 exercises that I really like in my voice. You've probably already done that, right? Make little bite-sized mini goals, and I feel like that might be a little bit like, okay, I'm getting it done. I'm feeling a sense of accomplishment. Or listen to something on my walk. Done. Checked off the list. Yeah. But anyone who needs like clarity on what am I doing in this program? Where do I go? I don't know what I'm doing. Like I forgot where I am. Go fill out the goal setting guide, and I think it'll help kind of bring some clarity.
Great. Yeah, I for sure will do that. Thanks.
I'm sending you all the love.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry you're dealing with this, and you're gonna be okay, even though right now it doesn't feel like it. But we're here for you. Let us know. Let me know how I can help you, support you. But yeah, just take care of you first and foremost. But glad you're here. So glad you're here.
Thanks.
Yeah, anything else? You've got a few minutes, 5 minutes left. Anybody have any other questions? Yes. Yes, Alexander, yeah. Here, let me unmute you. Ask to unmute. Hello.
All the way
Hi.
from Germany. I feel a little bit misplaced because I think everyone else is somewhere around your area, like, or in the States or something, right? I think I'm the only German one. Is that right?
Dimfy is in the Netherlands.
Okay, good. At least someone.
No, you know what? It's so fun because I have people in like China and Hong Kong and like everywhere over the world. So you're not misplaced at all. You are
Okay,
exactly in the right place.
Thank you. Well, I started kind of like a month ago, and I'm a musical actress here in Germany. And I'm currently doing an open air production of Anything Goes. Very fun show. But I still struggle with the very first song, which is I Get a Kick Out of You. We have to sing it in German, and singing in German is no fun. I mean, even for Germans, it's no fun because it's so many consonants. And the problem with this one also is that the scene is placed at the side of the stage where there's a monitor. So my voice is not on the monitor to avoid feedback. So it's kind of the first song I have to sing, it's still light out there, so you can see all faces anyway, which is great for performance anxiety. But because I cannot really hear myself through the monitor and just what's coming out of my voice, my mouth basically, and I hear the orchestra in the back right next to me as well. I do get insecure so quickly when something doesn't really feel right, and it's just the first bit of the song because it goes right over my passaggio and my break, and like back and forth, and I can't put a lot of strength behind it because it's kind of a light feeling, and so I still struggle with this part. So I don't know, do you have any suggestions what to do if you cannot actually hear your voice so well on the monitor?
Oh, I know exactly how it feels, and it's so I hate when you can't hear yourself. When you are singing live, it is the worst thing in the whole world. You just feel naked and like, I don't know if I sound awful or if I sound great. I feel like when you don't have a monitor and something to kind of like tell you how you are sounding, that's when we rely on like muscle memory. How is it feeling? Does this feel like, do I feel like I'm trying to push, or does it feel like balanced and easeful? And so maybe even, I feel like it's a good practice, even though it sucks to not have the monitor and have yourself being able to hear yourself. It is good practice for just having that like muscle memory and really tuning into, does it feel the way it feels when I practice at home or when I practice in the rehearsal room? And just kind of like relying on the feeling, since you can't hear yourself very well. I know that's like not a great solution. I wish that you had some sort of way to hear yourself, because that is,
But do you have any suggestions what to do? Because it goes right. Unfortunately, I don't have the luck to sing in the key that Sutton Foster got to sing in, because everything is a whole note higher. So it's kind of all around my natural break, which is like C, C sharp, D. And it's this going back and forth just in the beginning of the song. I don't know if you have it maybe in your ear, but is there any exercises from your library that help the most with that? I think I've been through, I wouldn't say all of them, but I've done a lot of those exercises and they help a lot. but it's keeping the lightness but not losing the grip from basically from your body, from the chest resonance, if you know what I mean. I don't want to get too kind of classical head voicey,
Right.
and I don't want my voice to break basically.
Yeah. So I would say nasal resonance is going to be your best friend with keeping that like sound quality, the pinginess of chest voice, of that strength, while also not feeling like you have all that strength and having to switch in between that kind of weird place in your voice. Have you tried the NG exercise, the
Yeah.
So one of the things, have you tried singing it through that break?
Well, just with the exercise, but not specifically on that song, no.
Okay, yeah. So I would take, and that's what I like to do. I like to take the exercises and replace the lyrics in the song with an exercise. So I would do the NG to really feel that nasal resonance. And maybe you said it's a C sharp D is where it is?
I think so. The beginning, wait, let me. I mean, I can. Oh, that's so.
Everything, that kind of part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would do.
No, actually, the one after that, when it goes even higher. Yeah, I think it goes to. Yeah, I think it goes from like a B flat to a. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So So since we're trying to find balance, right? We don't want to go too heavy, but we don't want it to be head voicey.
Yeah.
It's important to find that nasal resonance so that we can really lean into the mix, that finding strength and that flexibility. I would also back off volume. So I feel like one of the things when I can't hear myself, I'm like, oh crap, I better be louder here so I can hear myself. That's maybe one of the things that is feeling a little bit unbalanced, is pushing too much volume. So I would try the NG. The NG is an awesome exercise to find that balance of head resonance, that flexibility that we want, and also nasal resonance, which is going to be crucial. But it's also good for not pushing volume, not pushing air, and really smoothing out those breaks. So the NG, I would sing it on that, and keep the volume medium. And then what's another exercise? Let's think. Ooh, you could even try it on a boop. Boop, 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 and really feeling that like small that nasal resonance without feeling like pushing the volume. So boop, 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 boop. Yep. And the NG. Try those and see how it feels. And yeah, let us know. Let us know for sure. Keep us updated.
Great. Thank you.
Of course. Okay. We are at time today, but you guys know I will be in Telegram if you want to be in there. If it's not feeling like the week or the month or the season to be in there, don't worry about it. Take the pressure off. Do what you can do. Do what you can do. But I'm in there if you need me. I look forward to hearing from all of you. I look forward to hearing about all of the different things that y'all are working on and working towards. Super proud of all of you. Thank you for showing up today. And I'll see y'all in Telegram. I'll see y'all in, next call will be next Thursday. So next week, I'll see you. So yeah, I will see y'all soon. Take care. Have a beautiful rest of your Monday. Bye.